What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I know who didn't have a wonderful weekend, and that was the human seal that is known as Adam Sessler. Many people remember Adam Sessler fondly from the original rollout of G4TV and X-Play a million years ago. But after being attached to the sinking Titanic of a ship that was the relaunch, Adam's been essentially melting down non-stop ever since, and he spent the entire weekend yelling at gamers, telling people how much he hates gamers. And, well, it's not going very good for him. This is somebody that is so indicative, by the way, of what I talk about when I talk about these like game journalists, how they hate gamers and they hate that they have to write about video games, but it's the only thing that they can do to earn money. And so you can always read that between the letters, between each and every thing they write, the letters that they write. You can always see just how much contempt they have. And that's exactly what you get with a guy like Adam Sessler. We're going to get into that after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, it's 2022 going on 2023. If you don't have a VPN, you're missing out on a ton of benefits. Not just a more secure connection, but if you're paying for Netflix, Disney Plus, or any other streaming service, you're already getting locked out of a ton of additional content that you could be enjoying if you used a VPN. And since they've been sponsoring the channel so long, they've rolled out a massive discount for my viewers. That's right, 84% off plus 4 months free. It's $2.03 a month, 4 months free, 84% off. Private Internet Access also offers privacy on all your devices, lightning fast global server network. And look, outside of all the additional content you're going to be able to view out there using Private Internet Access, it also has a strict no logs policy. It's open source. It has state-of-the-art updates. It's instant to set up. You can put it on all of your devices, your tablet, your computer, your mobile phones. It has unlimited bandwidth and so much more. If you don't have a VPN yet, make today the day. Use my link in the description to get Private Internet Access, start being more secure, and unlock loads more content. We've got a great offer for you here in 2023. It's in the pinned comment down below. Make sure you get yourself PIA if you haven't yet. Just to give you a quick reminder of who this guy is. The two-time former G4 host Adam Sessler has unhinged Meltdown, threatens to put hands on people following network's second shutdown. This was back in October. You can see, of course, in light of the far from unexpected news, Sessler took to his own personal Twitter account to wish now former coworkers well in future endeavors. Quote, "Want to send my best wishes to some of the best and most talented people I've ever worked with. Please hit me up if there's any way I can help. You're all too awesome not to find your way. Big love." Of course, having learned no lessons from his recent job loss regarding being careful what one wishes for, the former G4 host then puffed out his chest, and to those misguided who need to send vitriol, go right ahead. I'll keep taking your hits like I have for 20 years, and I'll still be here just caring about the good people who got jacked. Okay? To the surprise of absolutely nobody, Sessler's sneering sign-off drew a subsequent wave of mockery from the network's critics, a wave he would meet with his own childish hissy fit. Okay, so this is the guy who, grew up with X-Play, and he's had some of these here. Your inability to listen to any criticism, no matter how valid, for 20 years is staggering, said Robin Shu, 18, to which Sessler replied, "Your inability to listen to me without any regard for independent thought for 20 years is quite staggering, too." Of course, hits him with a "your mom" joke. Then the "do you F-wits have one writer who only knows one rhyme? Also, like a real adult, unlike your mom, I have multiple incomes. Go F a sheep. Again, you desperate bad guy from WW2. You're just calling people Nazis because whatever. I don't. This is a grown man. Okay, he's probably in his 50s, 60s. I don't know, late 50s, I imagine. A man that has been so unhinged, he wishes that Republicans would die. That's this guy. Well, let's take a look at what he's up to on Twitter this weekend. By the way, he has a massive following. of 200,000. It's very strong. And generally gets almost no likes whatsoever. So somebody says, you know, he's out. You say, plus he's out because his channel died. He tried to bring it back and it failed. He's out not because he wanted to be, but because he failed, which is amazingly funny. When people who just used to scream at a camera are millionaires and just like to S-post and make bank. And it's okay. I'm going to be a little more blunt than usual to clear things up for the gamers. By the way, he has changed his handle now in his Meltdown to Adam Gamers Are Stupid Sessler. Okay, to be a little more blunt than usual to clear things up for the gamers. I'm out of games/entertainment because I founded an AI company that was bought by Reddit. I'm semi-retired. By choice, you juvenile F. Now, excuse me while I return to the adults. Semi-retired means you got a big check for the first time in your life. You know it's not enough to live on, but you're just floating. This is what people do who really aren't used to earning money. This is why all the lottery people who win the lotteries end up broke. You're not semi-retired. You're either retired or you're not. And if you had enough money to retire, then you'd be retired. And a lot of the people, you know, all these, like, a tech company, I'd be fully retired. So Reddit bought some company from you. So that doesn't mean you made any money whatsoever. And this all weekend. Who the F do you think watched your shows and lined your pockets, you prick? You did. So just spitting on, this is what I mean, like, it just boils my blood when, I mean, it's like, you work in this space. I don't really like rub shoulders with my coworkers very often, but you kind of know, as like a YouTuber, you know who's like the real deal, who's authentic, and who's just grifting. And a guy like Adam Sessler, you thought was authentic back. I'm sure, like, okay, maybe obviously people know now, but like back in the day, it felt like he was just one of us, you know. But he wasn't. He never was. He was just faking it. And this is before the prominence of social media, and you really found out who people are, you know? So G4 wasn't your claim to fame. If it wasn't, what was? He wrote, oh, G4 was my claim to fame, but it was your mistake to watch willingly. Again, actively arguing and like, this is a guy that is just so filled with hate. I'm guessing because he must feel like a failure, and he's trying to overcompensate by, you know, like pretend like, oh, I'm just so filthy semi-retired. You know who's semi-retired? The 75-year-old greeter at Walmart. That's who's semi-retired. That dude still is nicer to people than Adam Sessler. Then writes, no, I don't owe you or any other gamer anything. Well, SH word. You should treasure this gratis interaction like I treasure the view from my place that you'll never see because the doorman won't let you in. What? First of all, you probably don't live in that nice of a place if there's doormen. You live in like an apartment complex. Okay? I don't think anybody really views that as a kind of a be-all, end-all thing. Don't you owe your career to gamers? No. Yes, he does, actually. And this is, and by the way, like, this one's right. What I find fascinating about people, and essentially people on Twitter, is that when I encounter someone I don't know, and a random tweet, excuse me, is the first impression I have to deal with, all I have to do is go on, is he has an irrational hate for gamers. This is Adam Sessler. And he admits it. So you're good on reading comprehension, I see. So he essentially now has spent all weekend admitting he doesn't care. He doesn't owe anybody anything. You know, and he just doesn't. And by the way, he's terminally online too. For a guy who's semi-retired, he's really not enjoying his retirement. He's just, his pinned tweet is like an attack on gamers. It's interesting to me just, I feel bad because the gaming community has been taken advantage of like for so long and by so many scumbags like Adam Sessler that it's just difficult to tell if anybody's the real deal anymore. That's why people have, you know, migrated to YouTube and migrated to live streamers, because people are, you know, you're online so much that it's really difficult to like fake that. It's difficult to be inauthentic when you're online terminally, right? Like one of the most hilarious things that I see is like, you know, when the people that, for example, who don't care for me, you can dislike my takes, but like I'm online enough, you know that I mean what I'm saying. And Adam Sessler's Meltdown is just, it's sad and it's predictable. And he's just yet another grifter that got rich off the gaming community and always hated them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Screw Adam Sessler, and we'll talk to you again real soon.